More signings coming in through. Mikel Arteta has confirmed today during the press conference he has held at London Colney at Arsenal in there for you as Arsenal prepare to play the opening game of the Premier League season tomorrow against a side which goes by the Crystal Palace. Mikel Arteta has confirmed more signings. Has talked about Bernard Leno, has talked about Tomiyasu, Emily Smith-Rowe, the captaincy of Odegaard, and very much more into this story that we are really bringing to you in here onto Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Obviously, I go by the names of Rokani David, and for those that really watch us on a daily and usually, you know, I'm the usual suspect to present to you all what you need to know about this channel, all news. Now, we are jetting into the Arsenal press conference in the for you, and we are going to tell you our reaction to what Mikel Arteta said today in the for. He said lots of things, and I really believe that Arsenal fans will be excited to hear what the manager has really said. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Straight into what the manager started with. He started with a question on Arteta on squad changes. This is what he said. It's always been my team. We have changed the squad. The players we have are more specific and better to the way we want to play, obviously. This is really on point. When you look at Arsenal right now, last season, they had a very good first 11. But if at all you really took out one player, Arsenal fans would have been mourning, and even the manager himself. And the technical director knew that, oh, we are short of players. Arsenal had a very, very, very thin squad last season. But right now, they are trying really to get in more players. They brought in close to 5 signings in the names of Marquinhos, Matt Turner, Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, and Gabriel Jesus. And I really count Saliba as a new signing for Arsenal. He's really a new signing because he was not here last time, and his return really is really a breath of fresh air into the central defense. That's why you see to it that the last 3 games Arsenal played in the preseason, that of Chelsea, Sevilla, and is it Orlando? He played on the right back. That is a man who goes by the names of Ben White. So it shows you that when Gabriel Magalhaes really gets an injury, you can really feel Saliba and Ben White. When Ben White really gets an injury in the central defense, you can feel Magalhaes and Saliba. On the right side of the central defense, you can play there with not the central defense, the right back. Tomiyasu is injured, you play Ben White. Ben White is not available, you play Cedric Soares. So it's look like Arsenal really reached in squad depth according to what is happening right now from their squad. So that's really positive. And I think it's one of the positives Arsenal fans should pick out while heading in this season. Because last season, this was not seen. It was not heard of. It was unheard of, guys, because Arsenal really suffered a lot. Trust me, the injuries of Tierney, Thomas Partey, and Tomiyasu costed Arsenal the Champions League spot in last season. You know that very well. So I think Mikel Arteta looked at it with the board and then you say that let's get in these players that are really so much good at what we want to do in the future. And they went ahead to do it, and finally it's really working out for a team which goes by names of Arsenal in here onto the Rokani Media Football. That was the first question that came in through from Mikel Arteta, and he answered it very, very well like that. Then he went ahead on the difference to Brentford last year. Why Brentford last year? Arsenal's opening game of the season was against Brentford, and they are playing at the Brentford City Community Stadium. Arsenal lost by 2-0. They really had lots of injuries, and this is what the manager really said, because even today they are opening up with a fellow team in London. Remember, Brentford comes in London, and even Crystal Palace, that Arsenal is playing tomorrow, comes in from London. Arteta said on the difference to sorry about that. On the difference to Brentford last year, it is different. Everything that happened before Brentford was pretty strange and unique. We are really excited, looking forward to the new season, and we will try to start in the best way possible. Obviously, Mikel Arteta is saying that everything that happened before Brentford was pretty strange. Obviously, Gabriel Magalhaes not available. Thomas Partey getting an injury. I think it was like a week to the game against Brentford. He got an injury in the Mind Series tournament when they were playing Tottenham Hotspur. Then Then Aubameyang and Lacazette last minute blow when they tested positive for COVID and they couldn't play. So if at all you really never had all your best players in the field of play. In defense, the Minister of Defense of Arsenal, Magalhaes, was out. The person in the engine room to operate it very well, Thomas Partey, was away. Aubameyang and I think it was Aubameyang and Lacazette were away too because of COVID, and Arsenal never had its seniorest players to really prepare them to a win against Brentford. That's why the manager is telling you that we are really excited, looking forward to the new season, and we'll try to start in the best way. Obviously, they are starting in the best way because even with the return of Tomiyasu, Kieran Tierney, Fabio Vieira, Emily Smith-Rowe, all those injured, not to be part of this game, Arsenal looks a strong team. They are going to field out a strong team. And if I told you you've not yet watched the video I did about the preview of the game of Arsenal, please go into the description button. You're really going to see you're going to see a link that takes you to that preview that I've done against Arsenal against Crystal Palace. I've done it very well. The predicted lineup is there. The stats that you need to know head to head. Everything well detailed. The referee, Matt Anthony Taylor, who is going to be in charge of the game of Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Everything is there. Very detailed in there for you. 35 minutes. So check into the description box below. You're really going to see that video of Arsenal predicted lineup and preview of that game. So when you look at everything and how it's going on right now, I think Arsenal now can really see some light at the end of the tunnel because it is really starting this season far much better with Gabriel Jesus. They're having Thomas Partey available. They're having Saliba. Gabriel Magalhaes is around. In the absentia of Kieran Tierney, they're having Zinchenko, a new signing. And in the absence of Tomiyasu, Ben White can play that role very well. Even if Ben White does not really feel well to play, Cedric Soares will come in and really take on the mantle to play. And secondly, there is the new captain, Odegaard, who has really established himself in that Arsenal team. Something that he couldn't do when he had just returned from Real Madrid on a permanent deal. So right now, he is the captain, and I think Arsenal is going to rove so much on him. But Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, I think it's really a very exciting Arsenal side at right now as we speak. So Mikel Arteta has the right to come in here and really say a lot about his team as they really prepare for a side which goes by names of Crystal Palace. Then on transfers, Mikel Arteta said we are really active, as you can see, with ins and outs. Everything is still open. It's a long window. It's incredible how much business the club has already done. It's not gonna stop. The way things are really turning on, you ask yourself how football is really dynamic. Guys, by the start of the season, United had brought in Cristiano Ronaldo, they had brought in Rafael Varane and Jadon Sancho, and we 100% was saying that United is going to be a title challenger this time round. Having finished second, with the addition of Sancho, Rafael Varane, and Ronaldo, 3 world-class players into your squad, obviously you have to compete for the striker. But guess how the season ended? United ended below Arsenal. And in this transfer window, Arsenal has gone ahead to really make lots of signings. But obviously, it's all about Mikel Arteta being here in his third year. This is his third year at Arsenal. He's really building a team. And finally, after spending 2 years at the team, you finally know that in the third year, this is what I really need. In 3 summers, his first summer he brought in Willian, Gabriel Magalhaes. Who else did he bring in? You get? I think he brought on those 2. Then he went ahead in his second summer. He shopped Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Lokonga, Nuno Tavares, and Odegaard. Those are 6 players. This time around, he has brought in 5 so far, and we're expecting more to come, as he has told us that it's not going to stop. So, it shows you that Arsenal are really having a very good progressive transfer window. And this was planned. And the plan is now reached its reaping side. Let's pray to it that Mikel Arteta is the man that's going to reap from this investment he has really done, because you never know what happens. A sack might not be far away from him after really spending all that money from the Kroenke pocket, and he doesn't deliver as expected. So we expect him to go ahead and really go on with the but has told us that Arsenal is not going to stop. So more signings are expected at Arsenal. Obviously, you know that Arsenal is in need of a left-footed central defender, a central midfielder to always deputize Thomas Partey, or play alongside Thomas Partey. All when Thomas Partey is injured, he really comes in through, because we all know that Thomas Partey is an injury-prone player. You can't really put in your money to go in there and really say that you can't bet your money on Thomas Partey that he won't get injured. That's out. He has to get injured at the point X in there for you. So they need a central midfielder, and they need a right winger who is left-footed, who plays that inverted wing play. So those are the three settings that Arsenal are really going in for. And Fabrizio Romano yesterday told us that Arsenal is really going to go in and bring in more signings, and they're going to be having a busy August. So I think Fabrizio Romano's words have been confirmed by the manager Mikel Arteta, telling us that it's not gonna stop. He has talked about the outgoings. Obviously, Torreira is in Galatasaray, is going to join Galatasaray. Bernard Leno was unveiled yesterday by Fulham, totally leaves Arsenal permanent deal. Then Guendouzi has left Arsenal permanent deal for Marseille. In that for you. Those are the three players so far sold. And even, is it Monza? AS Monza, a newly promoted side from Serie B to Serie A, is in need of Pablo Mari. So those four players are really leaving. And now they have sent the following on loan. Patino. Patino has gone to Blackpool. Okonkwo to a League One side, Nuno Tavares to Marseille on loan, and Balogun on loan to Stade Reims. So I think they're really doing great, and they're doing their business good. So they're left with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. There is Nicolas Pepe. There is which other player? Reece Nelson still doubtful. So let's wait and see how that is going to happen for Arsenal. And Hector Bellerin, who is rumored to be wanting to really terminate his contract with Arsenal. So Mikel Arteta has confirmed to you that more signings are really coming in through for Arsenal. And don't be shocked when they are really flown to you in the for you. And yesterday they've been linked to another right winger coming from Villarreal. So we are waiting to see how everything is going to happen in the for you. Now, on Emily Smith-Rowe, Tomiyasu, Vieira and Kientieni injuries, he said 3 out of 4 are gonna be training this afternoon. If everything goes well, hopefully they are going to be in the squad. That means 1 is out, and that is Emily Smith-Rowe. I really heard that Emily Smith-Rowe was the first return to training out of these 4 players that the manager is talking about, but he has failed to really get in his fully match fitness. But let's wait and see. He can really pass a late fitness test and make it to the bench. But a manager like Mikel Arteta wouldn't hurry these players back, because they've not been away and Arsenal has been looking great. So I think on the bench he'll be having the likes of Pepe, he'll be having Reece Nelson, Nketiah, which other player? Rob Holding, Sambi Lokonga, El Nini, which other player in the Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I think those are really going to be on bench. So I think he has no reason really to really hurry these players back, because I think he has a squad that can really get the job of Crystal Palace done tomorrow. 100% believe Arsenal is going to smash Crystal Palace, because even the manager of Crystal Palace has said, Patrick Vieira, that Arsenal is looking more stronger than it was last season. So you expect a different result altogether. Let's not really go ahead and really lie to ourselves that we can go in and really beat it as we beat it last time. It's not going to be an easy encounter, but we don't rule ourselves to take the game to Arsenal. That's what Patrick Vieira has said in his pre-match presser in there for you. Then we are having Arteta on Odegaard being the captain of a side which goes by names of Arsenal. He said, this season we had the opportunity to do it in the way that I believe could work. We chose a player in Martin who has been with us for 18 months and represents the values of the club in the perfect way. To me, I really believe that representing the club in the perfect way is all about the age. You look at the average age of the players of Arsenal, and it obviously slides into your mind that they are young. Their average age is like 24, 25. So that means they need to be having a captain who is really in their age. And at Arsenal, having a captain who is at that age is not something new. I remember Cesc Fabregas being given that armband of Arsenal when Thierry Henry left in 2006. He was the captain of Arsenal in there for you, and he captained Arsenal for very many years. That is Cesc Fabregas, and I really believe that even Odegaard is even older than Cesc Fabregas because Odegaard is at 22. But Odegaard is a different kind of player altogether because at 22, he has been the captain of the Norwegian team for like 2, 3, 4 years. And I think he has the experience. And if at all you're really planning your game and on who to really trust with that captain armband with, I think you are not far away from really using a person who goes by names of Odegaard, according to me. He really deserves it, and I really love him and what he has been doing on the field of play. That's what Mikel Arteta has really told you about that man who goes by the names of Odegaard, and he has really talked about representing the club in the best way. Obviously, Martin Odegaard represents Arsenal the best way amongst all the choices available, because Kieran Tierney, who was so much into this contention, you can't trust him because he's an injury-prone player, and obviously they're going to even start the season without him. So how do you choose a captain who is not available even when you're going to start the season? You get? And it's going to be his first season to be the captain, so I think it's lacking in there a little bit. So he continued to say that he's respected by all the dressing room and admired by the staff. I'm happy to have someone like him. He's enjoying the responsibility and is going to need some support. Obviously, he's going to need some support because when you look at the country like Norway, they always meet up not regularly. You get once in like 3-4 months. But the club, it's all about a daily routine duty to be done by the captain. So Mikel Arteta said that he's going to offer him the support that he really wants, and he really believes that he's really going to do the need. But he has told us that he's enjoying the responsibility, and everyone at the club is really so much okay with him. He's admired, and obviously a captain like Odegaard would have been the best because on the pitch, he plays very well. He's calm, he's humble, and he is really disciplined. So having captains like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang who are indisciplined doesn't work into a mix in here for you. So having a captain who is disciplined like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, then how do you go ahead and really tell them that because there are certain things the manager wouldn't like to poke his nose in when the captain is supposed to go in and really tell players that what you're doing is wrong? Now, how can an indisciplined captain, the names of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, really go ahead and really pass a message to his fellow players of really indiscipline? You get? So that's what he has to do day in, day out on the match in the for you, and the manager's really gone ahead to really choose Odegaard, and those are the reasons as given that they are really choosing him ahead of a man who goes on Kieran Tierney and the rest of the team in there for you. On Tierney and Tomiyasu injuries, hopefully no, and the reason they have those injuries are for different reasons, and probably because the squad need to enable them to fully recover. What I can tell you is that those two players are so willing to contribute to the team. So when he really says that they were not given enough time to recover, obviously he's right. Last season, it was so much demanding for Arsenal. They almost had a first 11 only. The rest of the players couldn't come to match the levels of the players that were playing into the first 11. Tomiyasu got out and he was forced back in the for you. Kieran Tierney played like 10 games when he was injured. He was being injected with painkillers to come on the field of play to play all those games of football in the for you. And now the manager is saying that they are having those injuries because they were not enabled to recover fully, and this is what they are really working upon right now. He doesn't want to hurry them back. That's why I've told you that don't expect them by the way to even make it to the bench, because he might tempted while they're on the bench to really get him on the field of play, because he knows that Zinchenko is going to play 90 minutes. Ben White can play 90 minutes. Cedric Soares can come in through towards the end of the game. They'll be having Lokonga, El Nini, Maitland-Niles, Pepe, Reece Nelson, and Edin Ketia on the bench. So I think their bench is rich enough to really go ahead and really overcome a team which goes by the names of Crystal Palace, a team which has pace, energy, and flair. That's it. It's full of all those. And if I don't know Winfred Zaha, there is Eze, there is Eduardo, there is Jordan Ayew. It's really a very energetic team that really can make you run over and over again in here onto the match preview. And this game is going to happen at Selhurst Park in here for you. Now, lastly, he had to talk about Leno leaving. He said, with Bernard Leno at the end, with Bernard at the end, it were just a professional relationship that was difficult to sustain. I spoke to him last night, and it's a man who will be remembered here. In football, you have to make decisions to play the way you want to play in the for you. So, the manager is talking about making decisions. Obviously, if you are a manager of a team like Arsenal, what makes you a manager is the decisions you make. Every man has to be really good at really standing his word. If the manager believes that Bernard Leno is not going to be his first choice goalkeeper, then he took that decision. It never really excited Bernard Leno, but obviously, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. So that is said very well. So if you want meat, you can find myself not wanting meat. So that's the choice that Mikel Arteta really had to do, and it was so much painful, but he had to bear the pain. And that's why when we really told them, that is Bernard Leno, told the board that please don't price me out of a move to Fulham, because I want to find a team to go in and really start to playing first team football in there for you to see if they really go to the World Cup. You get? Because I'm starting to fall out of picking order, because I've been here at Arsenal for 2 years and not having regular football. So Mikel Arteta came out and stressed it that he really talked to him, and he had to take that decision in the field, and he took it, and obviously it paid off. That is a man who goes by the names of Mikel Arteta, telling us about Leno's exit. He couldn't let us know that Bernard has found a move he's really happy with, and we wish him all the best. Obviously, the manager is wishing him all the best. That is a man who goes by the name Mikel Arteta, and Bernard Leno is out in London at Fulham, and that's where he's really going to start off his fresh season in there at, is it called Coventry Cottage? What is their home called? But it has the name Cottage either for you. So that's what I had for you according to what Mikel Arteta really had to put up in the press conference as far as Arsenal versus Crystal Palace is concerned tomorrow, and expect us to be having a long night tomorrow at exactly 21 hours. We're going to be here with the match build-up, with the confirmed team news and everything else. Then after the game, you're going to come with the match reaction, give out the manager's reaction and the player ratings in the for you. It's really going to be so much good that we're really going to be doing a live video, and you guys are going to be getting a chance to really appear on my screen and really talk to me and hear what your views are as far as this season is concerned for Arsenal, and your prediction are in the for you. So you're first going to be having a full 1 hour before the game starts. When the game starts, we go off, we watch the game. After we watch the game, we come back with the match reaction, and you guys will be so much inclusive into this. Your reactions to Arteta confirming more signings coming in for Arsenal, and everything he said about Odegaard, Tomiyasu, and all. I'm so much surprised that they never asked about Gabriel Jesus in the for you, and I've not seen any quote about Gabriel Jesus, but maybe it will come in later. But obviously, Gabriel Jesus is the man to watch. He's the key man, and all cameras are going to be on this man who goes by names of Gabriel Jesus. And the other is going to be William Saliba, because he is really playing in that position where an English player is supposed to be playing, that is Ben White. So every mistake that Saliba is going to do, the English pundits will have to say that the manager has really made a bad choice. It's supposed to be Ben White playing there, because the English media has always defended its players. You get? So we wait and see what the manager is going to do in the foyer. Go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share, and subscribe to this channel, guys. Going to the lower right bottom corner, hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. I sign out for now. See you later. Rokani David is my name. Thank you guys for watching in through. Let me see whether I'll come in with some other video either for you towards the end of the day. I'm out.